Mrinalini Mukherjee is an artist that I was really lucky to meet towards the end of her life. She's someone who embodied that dynamism of what can be defined as Indian contemporary art.
Hello Culturally Curious, today we're here at the Royal Academy of Arts checking out an important exhibition, a story of South Asian art, Mrinalini Mukherjee and her circle. This exhibition traces a century of South Asian art through the pioneering practice of sculptor Mukherjee. It's the first time her work has been shown in context of mentors, family and friends, a rich constellation that shaped her artistic journey. Let's take a look inside. This exhibition, curated by Tarini Malik, highlights how networks of shared learning, friendship and exchange gave rise to new modernism in the region.
As an artist, she quite literally defied so many categories. Those categories between craft and fine art, between modernism and the contemporary.
Mukherjee was born in a post-independence Bombay, Mumbai, to eminent artists Binod Bihari Mukherjee and Leela Mukherjee, both trained in Santiniketan.
The school of Santiniketan ended up becoming the University Visva-Bharati and India's first formalized institution of an art school. Within India's occupied state, the British Raj, the founder, Rabindranath Tagore, started to think about what it means to be Indian, what it means to define oneself when your land is not really your own. And to me, that's the founding principle of Santiniketan. It's about this idea of self-determination within a defiance or a freedom of very literal singular categories. The story of her parents is one that really bookends the show in many ways. Her father in particular, he developed an artistic practice that many kind of define within the realms of contextual modernism. A modernism which was defiantly Indian in its nature, pushed against European modernism. It was in dialogue with it, but it also drew on influences from across global art histories. Mrinalini Mukherjee's mother, Leela Mukherjee, was an artist who is actually kind of considered to be India's first female modern sculptor. Her work draws on influences from as wide as Mexican art, West African visual cultures, Nepalese wood carving. So for a woman artist in an occupation in the 1940s to be drawing on material cultures in other occupied territories and not really looking to the West in that way, it just really shows how extraordinary she was as an artist. The show starts with Santiniketan and then it moves through Baroda, which is where Mrinalini Mukherjee studied, under the tutelage of K.G. Subramaniam, who was India's probably most prolific artist in terms of his impact and his influence on his students.
Artist Nilima Sheikh and Ghulam Muhammad Sheikh, students at Baroda and close friends of Mrinalini, extended their ethos blending global and classical art histories with reflections on India's shifting socio-political climate.
Within the shifting terrain of India, they have not only been visual artists, they have been historians, archivists, teachers, curators, critics, writers for one another.
This show is so vital because not only does it tell the story of Mrinalini, but it also tells the story of a wider collective nature and relationship. And it's all around this idea of collaboration and constellation and the importance of impact on artistic practice, creative thought, our interpersonal relationships.
The exhibition here at the Royal Academy looks at pedagogy, it looks at collaboration, it looks at the institution of the school. It also looks to break away from the more kind of familiar notions of European modernism, and it attempts to recognize and to honor and to celebrate how progressive and how dynamic Indian modernism is as a movement, and actually how so much of Indian modernism predates what we understand within the European context. For me as a curator, one of the things that I'm really interested in is not just the sustainability of exhibition making, but the sustainability of art and ideas, and how do we build legacies so that these exhibitions never, ever, ever get termed as moments in time. And rather what we do is we think about ways in which we can expand dialogue, expand approach around artists and their legacies.
A story of South Asian art, Mrinalini Mukherjee and her circle, is open until the 24th of February.